The bad news is only bad if you haven't anticipated it. So ask your Professional Solutions Insurance Services agent about insurance that protects and service that matters. Professional Solutions Insurance Services. Good news for businesses of all types and sizes.
Lou, Jackie, and Jason here, along with Randy Collins from Rhiner's Plumbing. It is time to focus on business from Professional Solutions Insurance Services, and just talk about a business when you associate it with Des Moines. When you talk about Des Moines companies that have been around for a while, this is one of them, isn't it?
Yes, the Rhiner family's been around for years, mid-60s probably. Several different members, different companies.
Very recognizable name.
Yeah, very recognizable name. Tell us about the business. What do you guys provide?
Our business, we're Wayne Rhiner Plumbing. We focus on service. We do repair work. We don't do any new construction, just strictly service and remodel. So if you break it, we fix it.
And we need those people.
And I do break it.
That's simple.
We do a lot of, the homeowner does their own thing. We go in and clean up after them, that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, you said remodel too, so if somebody adds on, you guys will be able to tap into the lines they have and do that. Now, what do your services entail? What you guys ready to do when you show up?
Well, we can, repair leaks, like I said, do additions, change out faucets, water heaters, just anything with maintenance as far as the plumbing system.
Now, the Rhiner name is known all over Des Moines, like Jason says. You're very well known, and I mentioned, well, how many different places do you have? And you said one. It's amazing. Tell everybody where you guys are based out of.
We are in Valley Junction, 541 5th Street. Like I said, we handle the service work. We do, if it's broke, we fix it.
What's the biggest thing you would see this time of year?
We've been seeing a lot of freeze breaks here lately with the cold weather and the wind on top of it. The wind's it's not so much the cold, the wind really gets it. That makes them freeze. And then with our temperatures going up and down, we've had freeze break and then thaw in it. And I just did 2 of them this weekend.
Yeah.
Freeze breaks that were causing damage.
So you guys are available 7 days a week?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
we do offer 24-hour service. Emergency service anyway. If you're having a problem, if you're leaking, if it's causing damage, we'll do what we can to fix it for you.
In terms of a dumb guy like me, I can do some carpentry, I can do some electrical work, I can't do any plumbing. What are the biggest mistakes you see homeowners making?
Well, basically not knowing the limit, what they can and can't do. We have a lot of people that try, and those are our weekend calls. Where they've
the
tried
after 5 calls,
where they've tried and got in over their heads and said, "Oops, time to call in a professional." But there's some things, there's some faucet repairs that are, if you haven't let it go too far, so a lot of times people let things drip until there's damage there, and then it's much more difficult to repair at that point. It's probably beyond their abilities at that point to do the repair.
Now, if somebody does have a problem like this, is there, you said 24 hours, how soon do you guys usually get out to somebody having
Usually within a couple hours, normally. Depends on how busy the weekend's been, but yeah, usually within a couple hours. If you're having property damage, if you got water going everywhere, you got no way to shut it off, we'll push things around and get out, and then at the bare minimum, get you shut off and stop the damage. Right. But if it's not a great emergency, then within a couple hours.
So it's a case-by-case basis.
Yes.
I guess I heard one of you guys say at some point on this show that if you know nothing else, at least learn where the shut-off valve for the house is.
Absolutely.
Because if something does happen, turn that thing off, and yes, you'll have no water, but then you will also maybe keep your carpet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Know where it's at. Know how to operate it. They're generally in the basement, generally at the front of the house, whichever side of the house faces the street. Is generally where they are. They're not always there, but that's a general rule.
Now, it's nice to know that we have a place to call so that you can fix something that we've managed to break, but are there any tips of advice, since you're seeing a lot of freezing this time of year with pipes, is there any advice you can give people so they don't maybe have to call you, but at least they know they can if they have to? Insulation,
make sure drafts are cut down. Like I said, it's the wind, the air moving across the pipe, freeze them in a heartbeat. So if you got them in a basement, you got windows that the air's coming through.
That's where the
a lot of
problem
old houses really do. I mean, you can put your hand up there and
You can feel
the air coming through.
Right.
If you got water lines running in the area, they'll freeze in a heartbeat with air moving across.
All right, so if people want to get a hold of Rhiner, here's how to do so: 225-0885, 225-0885. I want to write that down. Put it on the back of your door, going
That's
out to
right.
the garage or whatever. So in case anything happens, you know exactly where it is. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It is 3 minutes before 8 o'clock. We'll be back. You're watching Great.